Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at my good friend Mr. Hercule and how good he is in DBZ Dokkan battle. Now Hercule, or Strength Hercule, was one of the general banner units from this celebration. He's actually the general banner unit from the first banner of the 10th anniversary. And he's actually really good. Look, he'll have moments where he'll let you down. There's like a brief window between the changing of his defensive mechanisms where, not that it doesn't kick in, but I mean there's always, it's always a risk that any unit can technically die, I guess. But basically he's really fun. So how he works is he has 90% damage reduction until he gets hit. And then the moment he gets hit, he will instead have 80% evasion. So it's pretty impressive, actually. He's also 50% type support for earth protecting heroes. He gains attack and defense with every attack evaded as well. Very strong, has a cool little active skill. The big thing with Hercule is he's very clearly obviously a support, but the fun thing about him is that if you really want to gamble, he could be a evasion tank for you, because 80% evasion plus if you manage to get a second dupe in him and push him up to like, that 26% evasion from the hidden potential system, gives him something like a 86% effective evasion rate, which is very high. On top of that as well, you have the failsafe of the 90% damage reduction the moment he takes his first attack. The reason you should go evasion for him is because, quite frankly, obviously the big thing with him is that if he can avoid more attacks before taking his first hit, then he's simultaneously stronger and stronger. Let's say he's about to take, I don't know, 3 attacks, and the hidden potential system kicks in alongside his standard evasion, and he's able to avoid, 2 of them. Then he gets hit, but he's got 90% damage reduction, so you take nothing, and then he obviously switches to his high evasion state. Obviously, there are limitations to him. So if you're in a situation where now you are going to take, evasion off the table, so in a situation where he has, evasion nullification, then obviously, it's a little bit of a fail-safe for him. He's not going to operate at a super high level. So to have a guy like Hercule who, obviously outside of those events is still an incredibly versatile, great support, I think is really good. And obviously there are flaws. Every single unit in the game has some flaw or mitigation, but I think for me Hercule is just a really well designed, fun general banner unit. I really liked the Krillin that they had many years ago, who they brought out with the World Tournament, because of his support capabilities, his ability to be reliable defensively, and to just kind of do his role really well. And Piccolo does that. Hercule does that. Hercule doesn't take damage in a lot of situations, and Hercule gives great support. Yes, Hercule himself doesn't really output huge outside of maybe turns where you manage to use his active skill, but Hercule brings a ton of utility to the table. He himself is incredibly reliable, and I think for me that is something that you can't disvalue. Like, I think you have to evaluate that on the level it's at, that Hercule as a unit has reliability in spades. So yeah, link wise, look, listen, this guy's not linking with anyone on the teams you're going to run him on. There's no reason to cater to Hercule and his link set. There's no reason to do anything like that. But Hercule himself is still incredibly good, and I think with Hercule you have to accept that yes, he's not going to link with anyone, but that's okay, because Hercule is not meant to link with anyone. Hercule is giving the rotation, the defense and support from his passive. That's how he's getting by, and he's providing some security defensively. And I think once you accept that, you realize that, hey, Hercule is a amazing little support, and if you got him, you should try use him. He's really fun, really good.